Friday. Well, we got our Oliver back together and going. Our oil pressures are where I like them. I'm showing 20 psi at idle. And then right at 50 psi at wide open throttle, which in my opinion that's where it ought to be. On this style of engine, this age, we're 100 and almost 180 degrees, got it warm. What we ended up doing on this, being we couldn't, we had issues with the crankshaft, had the 40 under crank, and with the 40 under bearings, we couldn't get a new set of bearings. We couldn't find them. We ended up leaving the bearings in it. And the new oil pump was like, it was $1,200 or $1,500. It depended on who we talked to, and I didn't think it was going to fix our trouble anyhow. So what we ended up doing is putting a dry sump system in. We welded a fitting in the oil pan here while I had it off. There's our suction line. There's our pump we put in. I believe that's a 1.5 gallon per minute pump at 1,200 RPM. So I think with this pulley we're at like 4,000 RPM when it's wound up. And we walk over here to the other side, there's a pressure line.
United is sending out notices of potential furloughs to 36,000 employees in the U.S. That includes more than 200 pilots.
We had a fitting right at the base of the filter base here that tied right into the oil galley on the block. So that's where we were putting our oil back in at. And we've got a filter base here. What's better than one filter is two filters. The Oliver, this is what they use, I should say the Waukesha engine. That sock filter, which I guess has worked for years. Won't hurt anything to have it spin on. Plus that'll protect if that's dry sump scavenge pump would pick up something, or let's just say it would decide to scatter. That metal will come through here and it'll get stopped in that filter. So a little added insurance. Yeah, we pretty well just exhausted all our resources. If this was 1975, we could have just ran down to the local Oliver White dealer and said, hey, we want a brand new crankshaft and a set of bearings, and pulled the motor out and took care of it. But I guess this stuff's getting kind of hard to find. That's what we were learning. Pretty happy with it. I'm going to keep it for about a week or so, and I may do some bush hogging with it, but then I'm just going to turn it back over to the customer, and he'll go ahead and run it, and chances are it'll be okay. I mean, this engine's got a fresh rebuild on it. It's got new piston sleeves, head. He's already spent a lot of money on it. But it had that low oil pressure problem. We checked everything on it. It's got relief valves on the side of the block. We've checked that. We got relief valves in the filter base. We've checked those. I even turned the relief up on the main engine oil pump while I had the pan off. Now, I can't tell that made much difference. I'm glad I went ahead and welded that fitting in while I had the pan off. But the Oliver's great again. I love it. Nothing like winning. And we didn't break the bank here. I think that was 300, 325 time I got all fittings plumbed up. Keep it simple. Then I got different size pulleys. We started out with that 3.5, and I got a 3 and I got a 2.5 on it now. The 2.5 jumped at I think 15 psi. The 3.5 jumped at I don't know, maybe 8 psi. So I don't know. I may split the difference. We may go with 3. I don't know. I'm gonna run it for a little bit though. We'll catch you guys later. We'll see you.